through my veins. Waters of the earth flow through my veins. Waters of the earth flow through my veins. Waters of the earth flow through my veins. I am a part of you, and you are a part of me. I am a part of you, and you are a part of me. I am a part of you, and you are a part of me. I am a part of you, and you are a part of me. Happy Sunday, everybody. Today is Jeremy's birthday. So we are celebrating by having our little podcast here. So I hope you can join us. And we are recording this podcast for WDRT. So this will be aired on the radio and WDRT on May 1st on Beltane. So we might try to weave a little bit of Beltane convo in a little bit. Yeah, so we're ready when you are. You got the record on the tracks. Okay. Okay, sweet. Just put this on so I'm not completely out there. So this one that we're going to play is called Just Be. It's a great reminder that really nothing else matters. It's just be. Just be, just be. 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 We made it to now. We are here now. Only now. Okay, we're just gonna do a tiny bit of a set change here, and we'll share with you. We're gonna bring back in the Tao Te Ching. We were doing that for a little while. We decided to do it again.
Mindflow Radio. Check, check. Oh. No, not recording. Not recording right now.
But you can talk to the people who are.
You're live though. Okay. You're live streaming. Oh, so you already get your
I think his volume's off. Oh, Nina. Whoa, that was fun. Mike has a mind of its own today.
One. Check one.
Check 1, 2. Check the level. Check the level.
Hello. Check.
Hello. I still don't hear you.
No, I don't hear it.
There you are.
We are. All right.
I hear you.
We made it. You hear me?
I hear you.
But do
man.
you?
I'm gonna do my darndest. I heard this saying once: men are from Mars and women are from Venus.
Yeah, it's tough when you don't feel heard. That's tricky.
I'm sorry. Life.
Life. It's not always easy.
Okay, you can let us know when we're rolling. Rolling.
All right.
'Kay.
Mindflow Radio.
Mindflow Radio.
Here we are. She's Jalen.
And he's Monty. And we have made it
To this moment.
to this moment
We've survived.
against all odds. It
Yeah,
does
sometimes I think it's a miracle that I'm still standing.
seem- Me too. Oh my gosh.
All of us, perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps. I mean, for me, that's almost proof of some kind of higher power, higher force.
Yeah. And purpose. Like, if we didn't have a purpose, we wouldn't be here anymore.
Or,
Kind of like what you say, like, people get called home.
right. Well, you might get called home even if you have a purpose, too. You know, we don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Because you might have a purpose in the afterlife,
no,
perhaps.
We don't know.
You know.
We can speculate, though.
Yeah, we can.
And it's fun.
Yeah. But if somebody pretends that they know, just the red warning bells go off in my mind, at least.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of spiritual context, you know, like the Hindus believe in reincarnation.
Yeah. Which is definitely a possibility.
yeah,
Maybe they're right.
and they think they're right. Does that mean that we don't listen?
No.
I think it's just good to like be aware of any time that anyone feels they're completely right.
Well, yeah. I mean, it boils down to having humility, really.
Right.
And do we really know just because our teacher told us or because some book says so?
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know. We can have our beliefs. We certainly have our beliefs.
Yeah. And speculation is fun. But I do think that, and we'll get to the Tao Te Ching in a moment, but
Yeah.
just kind of on this thought, right?
Yeah.
That when we attach to a belief and are willing to fight for it, that's where the caution is, right? When we're not willing to hear the other person because we know.
Right.
Because some book told us so.
Yeah, or whatever reason, or the news told us, or whatever.
Sure.
We attach
A
to
teacher.
a belief.
Sure.
In a rigid type of way.
Right.
I mean, I think it's important to have beliefs.
Yeah.
But if we hold them in a place of humility and just, oh yeah, I have these beliefs. I think I'm right, but you never know. That's,
yeah.
and then you're open, to hearing other sides, and you're open to witnessing other variables when they present themselves.
Right. And our intuition's pretty a good guide,
Yeah.
If we know how to read it, that's another part.
Yeah, right.
That's
if we're
another
not
hard part.
tricked.
Yeah. It's
but it's the rigid mind that it puts blinders on us.
Yeah.
And that the rigid mind is the mind that is arrogant and lacking humility, I would say.
And causes fights and wars. And
the hateful mind is rigid too,
I don't know how those two are different, but...
Arrogant and hate? What do you mean?
Yeah. Do they go together?
Well, they're related, sure.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
I would say arrogance leads to hatred because I know you're bad. I know all those people are bad and should be dealt with accordingly.
So...
Just kidding, JK.
So we...
compassion for all.
We got Monty's favorite version of the Tao Te Ching by Stephen Mitchell. So we're back at it. I know maybe some of you know that we had been doing a verse a month. And we were having such a hard time with translations. Like the translation I had was just like really just perturbing me, actually. Like I didn't understand it. Like it was kind of rubbing me the wrong way.
Yeah, well, the Tao Te Ching is an ancient Chinese book of wisdom.
Right.
So I mean, there are many, many, many different translations of it.
Right.
Written by Lao Tzu, who was a little background.
Sorry.
No, just a little background about Lao Tzu. He was a librarian in some kind of kingdom in China, I believe 2,500 years ago-ish, right? And he was seen as very wise, and then he just wasn't grooving with the culture. So he's like, I'm out of here. I'm going to leave. He gets his stuff and he's walking out, and the guard at the entranceway says, "Whoa, where are you going?" And the guard recognized him as a great teacher. And Lao Tzu says, "I'm leaving. Man, this place is, I don't know. It's a drag. It's a drag. He was probably feeling like the place was stressing him out, and he was feeling depressed and all this and that. So he's going, and the guard was like, "Well, wait, can you just give us a teaching before you leave?" So he's like, "Okay." So he spent just a few days, and he wrote the Tao Te Ching.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then he took off to who knows where.
Hang out with the birds and the bees.
Or just other wise people. People of similar vibration, I guess.
Yeah.
It's all about vibration. And so he wrote this book, the Tao Te Ching, which is one of the most important books ever written, really. And it's influenced a lot of people. And for one example, the Tai Chi Tai Chi, which is something I practice and teach. Tai Chi is a physical movement-based manifestation of the Tao Te Ching. So the Tao Te Ching can be seen as a way of being in harmony with the universe or nature.
The Tao.
Yeah, the Tao.
The Tao is the way.
The Tao is the way, and according to the Tao Te Ching, you get in harmony with the Tao, and the Great Mother takes care of you, which I find to be hopeful.
Yeah.
So the whole key is, how do you get in harmony with the Tao?
And I guess what I mean to clarify is that Tao means the way.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the Tao is beyond words.
Right.
Ultimately, that's what.
but it's like the path is the destination, right? So the Tao is the path, the destination, the way.
Yeah, the Great Mother. I mean, but ultimately, as it says in the Tao Te Ching, the true meaning of the Tao is beyond words.
Right.
But those words like point to the direction
Yep.
that it's something we can understand.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, picking it up where we left off, we were on verse 7.
Yeah.
And I'll read it.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. The Tao is infinite, eternal. Why is it eternal? It was never born, thus it can never die. Why is it infinite? It has no desires for itself, thus it is present for all beings. The Master stays behind. That is why she is ahead. She is She is detached from all things. That is why she is one with them. Because she has let go of herself, she is perfectly fulfilled.
All right. So there's a lot there.
There sure
The Tao
is.
is infinite. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
She's let go of herself, probably letting go of her ego self.
Yeah.
Right.
Expectations.
Yeah, the need to manipulate things, perhaps,
Mhm.
like the way the ego operates. The feelings of, I don't know, victimhood. That's part of the ego trip
Yeah.
too, I believe.
But there's a healthy ego as well.
Yeah.
Like, ego's
right.
ego doesn't have to take the bad rap. I mean, there's definitely shadow side, but
Yeah. Well, tell me about a healthy ego.
well, what I understand, and
Mhm.
again, I don't actually know, but I understand that a healthy ego is that which gets us out of bed and has us desire to do what we have on our to-do list, or,
Yeah. The healthy ego.
like, let's get some stuff done. Let's talk to some people,
Yeah,
you have to have a healthy ego to even want to go live or be recorded, or, well, you have to have an ego, I guess I mean to say, and it can be healthy.
Yeah. So what's an unhealthy ego?
I think an unhealthy ego is kind of what we were talking about before, where the person may think they know everything.
Oh, yeah.
And
You like ego tripping.
Yeah.
As I like
And
to say.
and belittling others,
Right.
or blaming others. And the victim
Right.
stance
Okay.
is an unhealthy ego.
Well, at times that's appropriate, perhaps.
I don't know.
I mean, if you're, let's say you're in a country that's occupied by another country and feeling victimized about that, it's perhaps appropriate.
Sure,
Or
I see what you're saying.
or you're with people who are abusing you and feeling like I'm being victimized. That's
and
probably
then
appropriate.
if you have a healthy ego, you're figuring out how to get out of it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so a healthy ego is, in a sense, is like proactive too,
Yeah,
perhaps,
I think so.
and willing to see the entire picture, and I would say not full of hatred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what I've learned about the intuition, right? Is intuition is this feeling of peace, this feeling of calm, this feeling of just it's not loud and proud. It's not a bunch of jitters. It's actually very peaceful. And I had a friend of mine, Christina Teot, was explaining how to do the yes/no question on yourself to learn your intuition, and she was saying, you say something that is true, like I am wearing white, and then you sense what that feels like, and then you'd say something like I am wearing fuchsia, and then you feel what that feels like. I actually felt that. I felt it in my gut. It was like a So the point being is that you train yourself to understand your yes and your no and your intuitive, where your intuition is speaking to you. So, and your intuition is just super soft and kind and gentle. And it's like,
it's subtle. It's subtle but profound.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, when I get, that's the thing. We need to be careful because we can be tricked by the ego. Oh, this is my intuition telling me this, and when it's not. So for me, it's the more quiet I can find in my mind, the more I believe in my intuition. Essentially, if my mind is too active, agitated, angry, all this and that, it's hard for me to feel my intuition or get messages from my intuition. But if my mind is quiet, it's like it can be pretty clear. So
we were kind of touching on, because she has let go of herself, she is perfectly fulfilled. And I think what comes to mind for me and what we're just talking about is that when we let go of the monkey mind and we focus in on the true direction, then we're fulfilled, because then we know which direction to go, what path to take, when to go where, who to talk to. We just follow this subtle feeling of peace. Just continue following the peace and the calm and the subtle fulfillment, and you just feel accomplished and purposeful and
and the quiet, and it just helps us find our purpose too.
And then we touched on the eternal and the infinite, and I think that that's really interesting, the never born, never die. That piece of the creator of all creation existed before all creation, and in our mind's eye that means that it was never born, or something like that, and it will last way beyond any of our lives or our all the redwoods and all the earth and all the planets and all the galaxies, and so it appears to never die.
Well, and most likely there's something about time we just do not comprehend either. It's possible. It's possible there is no such thing as time. Only that's so far beyond our finite minds,
That is hard for my little brain to comprehend.
I don't think anybody really comprehends it, but it may be part of reality.
Yeah, time messes with me so intensely.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share what Stephen Mitchell says about verse 3. He says, the Tao is infinite, eternal. Here is everywhere, any time is now. So I think that's really cool, because we just did that song, Be Here Now, or Just Be.
Yeah.
Then he says, the master stays behind. That is why she is ahead. She's like a turtle. Wherever she is home. Actually, she is neither behind nor ahead, but exactly even with all things.
Yeah.
Any thoughts about that?
Even with all things? Well, to me, it just feels like being connected to the moment, the Tao,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reality of it. If we're not connected to the moment, we're lost in a way. If we're lost in our thoughts,
I
lost
totally
in the future,
agree.
lost in the past.
I
whatever.
totally agree with that, because
Yeah.
it feels like, and I talk a lot about trauma because that's my jam, healing from trauma.
Yeah.
And what I have found to be true in studying and in my personal experience is
Yeah.
that the past presents itself in the present whenever I let it. Whenever I let it.
Well, how do you not let it?
Stay present. Stay fully grounded in the present moment, and
Yeah.
in reminding myself, oh, I'm here now. This is what's going on. That feeling I have from this past experience is from the past. So I can like sort it out and like recognize that, oh, I'm triggered. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm triggered, but it actually isn't valid in this moment. I'm actually safe. I'm actually okay. Nothing has happened to me.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's like, oh, take the past goggles off and be here now. Oh, wow. That was hard. And it actually is hard.
It's super hard.
It's super hard,
It's super
but
hard.
it's so worth it.
Well, it's all there is. If we're unable to connect with the present, essentially we're not even in a place of feeling alive. You know, and it's, for me, it comes and goes. Sometimes it's easier to connect with the present, and other times it's just way more difficult if I'm feeling triggered. You know, from, like you said, from past trauma. It can really get in the way.
And it's really fun when both people get triggered. It's like really fun.
Well, that's
right?
the nature. That's kind of the nature of being with people, though. I mean, if one person's triggered, it tends to spread. It's true.
I'm so sorry.
That's an important. Well, I get triggered too, you know. But
well, that's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying.
I mean, but I can be triggered first
Oh, yeah.
too at times, and I mean, I've been in a room full of people and a dog, and the dog got angry. Actually, because I was messing with the dog. I tried picking the dog up by the back. And anyway, the dog got angry. And then one by one, everybody in the room got angry.
Mm-hmm.
It's not me. I just like witnessed it. I was like, because I knew I started it all. I was like, oh man. But that was an example of
so
how
funny.
it's hard to stay relaxed and connected with the Tao when you're around people who are angry or just upset.
Yeah.
I mean, it's way more of a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's way more, and it's kind of like running with leg weights on.
Yeah. Which is good.
It's good training, but if you're not able to connect with the Tao enough, at least for me, if I'm not able to connect with the Tao just periodically throughout the day, and ideally a lot of the time, if I'm not able to do that, I get anxious and I get depressed. And I go to those places when I'm off center, you know, and not connected. I mean, it's so complex too when you talk about being connected with the moment, because I can be like, okay, I feel my feet, you know, and I'm working with my breath. And then thoughts come in my mind. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, things move so quickly.
Yeah.
It's like
super fast.
flashes of lightning, thoughts going away, coming, going away, coming, going away, connecting, you know, it's just.
And like there's the effort of choosing. So like you're getting bombarded by your own mind, and then you're taking the moments to be like, no, I'm not picking that one.
Right.
No.
Right.
You know, and I definitely find myself doing that a lot. And one of the things about being present that is so important, so key, is that it's where we heal. And if we aren't present, like you're saying, like you can go through motions of attempting to be present.
Yeah.
I feel my feet.
Yeah.
I feel my hands. I feel my breath.
Full
I feel
exhale.
my belly.
Yeah.
But then there's this lacing of, it's like bad drugs or something. It's like this lacing of the past that's there, and it's
Yeah.
like making your heart race and
Or future things you have to deal with.
sure.
You know, it's the same thing. And then if you get trapped in the situation of the past is really crowding you in with stressful images or moments, and then the future, there's all these stressful moments coming up too, then you're kind of like squeezed,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes the present, being present, that much more challenging,
Mm-hmm.
but important. It's super important to just keep getting there, and that is part of training, because life is not always easy,
Mm-mm.
and challenges present themselves. And how do we react to these challenges? That's the key, you know.
And life isn't easy no matter how you look at it, so you might as well
Well,
accept the
right.
challenges, right?
Well, right. Well, that's one way of doing it. A common way for us to deal with challenges in our culture is just to,
Complain.
escape through like movies, or escape through drugs, because those things like take us away for momentarily,
Mm-hmm.
but then when they're over, we feel worse, essentially, if we haven't dealt with like learning how to be balanced in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're more off balance
Right.
if I deal with my feeling of anxiety or whatever through using drugs, and then it might help for a little while.
And then you come down.
Yeah, right. And then
you
I'm
feel like
hungover, and then I
absolute
feel
hell.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's why it's better to just face it as it comes your way.
Mm-hmm.
And
And it's entertaining, really. There's if you can look at it like that,
yeah,
that life is actually entertaining, and there's like, we don't need to cover it up. We don't need to numb from it. We just need the right perspective, the right vantage point to
Yeah.
see it as entertaining.
well, and to see it as a part of the imperfect perfection of everything,
Right.
too. Like
Mm-hmm.
various situations, they present themselves ideally, hopefully, for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just random.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe. I could be wrong, but it seems like I do believe in the imperfect perfection of everything,
Mm-hmm.
including all the situations in my life. And all the challenges in my life present themselves because it's something I need to take on.
Mm-hmm.
And taking it on means to be present with it and try and work through it, instead of running away from it. Even though there is a point to get away too,
Yeah. And that's where the intuition can be
yeah,
a good
right,
guide.
totally.
When you're there, and it's just getting this like loud, icky feeling in your belly, it's like time to walk away.
Yeah.
So I wanted to share that a visual that went through my head, thinking about the idea of the master stays behind. That is why she is ahead, and this idea that it's not about behind or ahead. It's about being even with all things. And what went through my mind is, if in this world the power structures and the pyramids, and if it was more like a circle instead of a pyramid,
Yeah.
and then we'd be even, we'd all
Sure.
have, if we're all holding hands in a circle, we'd all be a degree away from each other, and
Yeah.
on the same,
Yeah.
even if the circle was like this, or however, there's just no peak. There's no,
Yeah.
I'm over you. And
Yeah. The elite. There's no more elite. There's just like
Yeah.
we're all kind of in it together.
and that's like the teacher in it, the sage, the wise one, the guide, the mentor is not above the student, but just has something to share. That's what goes through my head.
Well, and ideally, the sage is just a bit more connected.
Mm-hmm.
Or we talk about those different levels of vibrations,
Right.
and the sage. I keep going back to like Ram Dass's teacher. I don't even know.
Maharishi.
I don't even know his name. But Ram Dass's teacher, and he just vibrated at this super high level. You know, so everybody around him was kind of like brought up a few levels just by being around this person, this human, this connected being. You know,
It does seem like the sages don't say very much.
well, some of them do. Maybe the more high vibrational ones don't. You
Yeah.
know.
I guess it depends. But yeah.
Yeah.
So then the next piece that he goes into a little bit more is explaining she is detached.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, Bunan said, "It is easy to keep things at a distance. It is hard to be naturally beyond them. Detachment results in clarity. Clarity expresses itself in love. Her heart is like a mirror, which reflects all faces without judgment, exactly as they are."
Yeah.
So it's like kind of goes back to the evenness, where the stage is at a higher vibration,
Yeah.
but doesn't feel like he or she is better or
No.
worse.
Right.
And also
But
has that
recognizes-
detachment
Yeah.
of just being okay with it all. And
Yeah. I mean, the sage like recognizes that some people are maybe vibrating at a different level than they are, but they're not judging people for it.
right,
You know, they're
because
just,
we're all on our own journey.
yeah, and we're I mean, according to Buddha, we all eventually become enlightened anyway. It might
Yeah.
take us a few lifetimes, if there are such a thing as various lifetimes, or if there is such a thing. But, you know, but we all get there, and the sage perhaps knows this and just plays their role as like a high vibrational being.
Yeah, to shift
You
the
know,
energy, like you're
yeah.
saying, the one who's got the high vibration has the capacity to hold space and just like lift up.
Yeah, but the sage
Not
is,
even with effort.
no, right. But the sage is choosy too with whom they want to
Sure.
like hang out with, and
Well, I don't know. I mean, Jesus supposedly hung out with the homeless,
well, yeah,
the sick.
it's true. But he had his people.
Sure, he had
You know,
his
and-
inner tribe.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so I mean, Ram Dass's teacher was the same, and Ram Dass's teacher would kick people out of the ashram. I guess I think if they were like too just egomaniacal, ego tripping, you know, he just knew that energy.
I'm
perhaps
here for you
he
to
knew.
see how much I already know.
Yeah,
I'd get kicked out. I just know it.
I might be too. I don't know. Who knows? You two out. You're like, we came all the way to India to get booted. Can we at least like hang out in the street in front of your place? You know, for a little while.
Oh man, that is a funny thought, but you just never know.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, do you have any other thoughts about that? Would you like to look at it and see what comes to mind for you?
Well, I mean, just the idea of infinity or eternity, that's an interesting concept. It's just worth the idea of what is infinity is worth pondering in itself. I think it's really important to realize that between any 2 points, there's an infinite number of points. So even in this room, there's an infinite amount of room. If that makes sense. Well, and there's that.
I don't know if Jeremy would agree with that.
Well, it's like, well, just, I don't know. I'm going to try and say this effectively, but there's this Greek I don't even know who he was. I should know these names. But his point was you shoot an arrow at the wall and you divide the distance in half between the arrow and the wall. And then you divide that distance in half again, and you divide it in half again, and you divide it in half again. And you can keep making that division an infinite amount of times, right? Because you just magnify it. You divide it in half, magnify it. Divide it in half, magnify it by 2, if you're like watching it. But in other words, you can, between here and the wall, there's an infinite amount of points. So an arrow technically can keep moving forward for ever and never hit the wall. And that's math. That's math. Is there something wrong with math? Because that doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like if I throw something at the wall, it's going to hit the wall. Even though, according to mathematics, simple division, the arrow should never hit the wall. But that's like the question of infinity. What is this thing? What's going on here? And I just think it's important to realize that infinity lies within each of us too, and between any 2 points. It's not just like zoom shooting out to the stars and beyond. All that.
Mm-hmm.
There's that part of it too, but it's also you can shrink things an infinite amount of times. I don't know. To me, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure modern physics is going to get to the bottom of it someday when they get out of their infancy or their toddlership.
So like in 1,000 years.
I don't know. Things are moving pretty fast. They might be there in like 20 years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that my favorite piece of this whole bit is it has no desire for itself, thus it is present for all things.
Okay.
And I think
so is that you?
No. I wish it was me.
Do you?
Yes.
You wish you had no desire for yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then I wouldn't ever miss the point.
Then you'd be like Ram Dass's teacher, and all you'd have would be a towel or a blanket. It would be your only possession.
Who knows? If I make it to 80, that probably will be how it goes. My kids will be like, "Oh my God, put some clothes on." I'm like, I'm old and wrinkly. What does that matter? I can see it. Yeah. So what did you say in the very beginning? Ooh, I'm stretching.
Relative to
the show.
What were we talking about?
Oh, darn it.
Yeah.
Humility.
And
being open to all perspectives and not being too rigid on any one belief.
Right.
And I think that goes with this very well, because as we explore different spiritual teachings and as we speak, we are very open to more things to learn and more variables, and we may feel that we know some good skills to share, but we're not saying that this is the only way or anything like that.
Well,
we try to practice what we preach in that way.
We put effort into trying to be humble.
Yeah.
Another aspect of humility, I believe, is just developing compassion for everyone.
Right. And that's kind of like being on the even level with everyone.
Yeah, right. It's
because
true.
If you're not above or below, then you can see everyone for the miracle that they are.
Yeah, and even instead of judging people for all the mistakes they've made, we're like, well, actually, I've made a lot of mistakes too.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a really hard place, and I am in no way saying that I'm there, because, but I do feel that there are times where discernment says there's danger in this situation.
Right.
You can still have compassion.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you subject yourself to danger.
No, you try to avoid it when it but having a compassionate perspective perhaps keeps you safer in the situation too.
Right.
Because people can sense.
Mhm.
People can sense it. I'm so convinced. If I walk into Quick Trip and let's say there's some really struggling people there, let's say homeless or something, if I can just be compassionate and really respect them, they feel it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't, they feel that as well.
I definitely struggle with it personally, but
With
maybe
what?
it's because I'm a woman. I don't know.
Always when you feel
when I feel when I feel that kind of what do you call it? It's kind of vampiric, like a vampiric. And it might be a survival.
It is.
It's their survival skill.
You feel like people
but
are
the
being predatory.
Yeah. Yes.
And they're in your midst.
Yes. And I may have compassion when I get back to my car.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily, I'm not at that level yet. And maybe that will come with age, but
yeah, I don't know if I'm there either. Like in a situation, if I feel, somebody's trying to predate on somebody else, it's hard to feel compassion for the perpetrator.
Mm-hmm.
It is at that very moment.
Yeah, maybe later.
Yeah, right. But that's something to work on. Like
right.
you said.
Right.
Yeah.
Or just to be able to acknowledge. And for me, in what I'm learning lately is that there is predatory energy, there is parasitic energy, and it is a part of our reality, and we can have compassion for it, but we can also we actually have power with our free will to have some ability to reduce that energy and to
diffuse it somehow.
But again, it's kind of like any addiction where you have to acknowledge that, okay, this is happening. And to just say that everything's love and light and everything's all good is to deny that some things are happening.
Yeah, right.
But to recognize it doesn't mean to hate it.
Right. Right. It's true. And hopefully someday we'll be at the
compassion state.
Place of, and a really powerful teacher could probably go into a really stressful situation like that and just completely diffuse it.
Yeah, that's
with
my
their
goal.
Energy.
That literally is one of my goals.
I've heard of Taoists, like a Taoist teacher. People are trying to pick a fight with him and stuff, and he just looks at them. I mean, this is from the Wandering Taoist, a really cool book. But the teacher looks at these people with just such compassion in his eyes. But, like strength and compassion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like the situation just diffuses.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be the goal, right?
Yeah, that is totally my goal.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
so
great?
If that's
that's
desire,
like a superpower right there.
If that's my desire, is that a desire?
Sure. So it's a goal.
So to be desireless, I can't have that as a goal.
Well, once you're
like a good goal.
I think if you're desireless, you're there though. You know what I mean? But we're not there yet, so it's important to have that goal to be.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Cool.
So becoming desireless.
Yeah.
80. Yeah.
Detached.
I can't see being there before I'm 80.
Yeah, right? I mean, that's the joy of if we have the ability to grow old.
Yeah.
Then we have that ability to sit on the porch and watch the birds.
Well, and that's our plan, right?
Yeah.
If we can make it that long, just meditating a lot.
And just have a towel and sit in the park and people gather around and be like, what's up with you people? That sounds like a good goal.
I don't know. I don't like the towel idea, but
you brought it up.
I know.
So we have another song for you coming up.
Yeah.
And I think we have a little time, so
I could talk about a
you could
mindfulness
talk about
skill too.
Oh, sure.
If that'd be all right
Absolutely.
with you.
Yeah.
It's something that can be used in stressful situations.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've noticed when I'm stressed out, my posture is affected. And I tend to like lock my knees, maybe bend over. My breathing is messed up. So just a skill I use this out in public a lot, is to just postural awareness. My head's being pulled up, my shoulders up, back down, my heart is forward. That's really key for me, just to, be in that zone of compassion and connected with the moment, but strong, that relaxed strength kind of thing. And just bringing the heart forward. And courage, it's a French word, la courage, of the heart.
Mm-hmm. So
So the actual word courage means from the heart.
mm-hmm.
I'm like, whoa, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can be in that place of just heart-centeredness, if I can have perhaps love in my heart, that would be one way of seeing it, or just presence in my mind, love in my heart, heart's forward. And my body's in a place of relaxed strength, and my breathing is full. As I'm breathing in, my ribs are expanding, and I'm exhaling all the way. I mean, I've been in super stressful situations, and if I can get in the zone and remember this stuff, boom, I come back to this place of heart forward, ribs expanding, fully exhaling, and just that practice can really center me, ground me. And I feel like it makes me a force for just good and compassion. Because if I can be in that place, I'm aware, I'm balanced, and I'm ready to move if I need to, whatever that means. And another skill I've added to that is if I can say thank you in my mind a few times. That helps me, it helps take the edge off. Like postural awareness, heart forward. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Breathing out all the way. Breathing in, ribs expanding. Heart's forward. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Breathing out all the way. Just making sure you're not holding your breath during this exercise either. The breathing needs to be as graceful as your movement. And then breathing in, ribs expanding. Exhaling, thank you, thank you, thank you. Exhaling all the way, lengthening exhalation. And I've mentioned this before, but it's kind of a game I play when I'm out in public. I try and just have those kind of vibes as I'm walking into Quick Trip, or as I'm standing in line at the co-op, or just as much as possible. And I feel like if I can be in that energetic place, that vibrational place, I'm actually making a difference in the world. So that's, for me, it's a great way to find meaning in just mundane experience. If I'm stuck in some line somewhere, I can give that experience meaning. If I can be in a certain place of relaxed strength and clarity in my mind. Because like I said earlier, the dog getting angry and everybody in the room gets angry. The same is true if somebody is just so centered, so balanced, so...
It's actually supposed to be even stronger.
I mean, we've all been around somebody who's like just so lighthearted and grounded. And you're just like, oh, thank you. You just want to be around that person more, essentially. I mean, those are the great teachers, right? Who are just there much of the time. And for me, it's just something I strive for. And I'm not there a lot of the time. But when I'm not there, I do notice I'm not there. I'm like watching my own thoughts, watching my mind, and watching my energy, watching my emotions. and I realize I'm not there.
Right. Yeah. I go through that too.
Yeah.
A lot.
So when I
And
do
that's
it,
part of it, right?
well, it is. And so you say, I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm going to try and get there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start employing for me, I start employing some mindfulness on the fly skills
Mm-hmm.
to try and get there.
Mm-hmm.
And they work a lot of the time. And the more you practice, the better you get at it. It's just like anything. It's like shooting baskets or playing an instrument. The more you practice, the better you get. And it just adds this element of purpose
Mm-hmm.
in my life.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next song that we have for you is another thing that you can do for stress or concern, and it's Ho'oponopono, which is a Hawaiian prayer. And I used to have a hard time with it. I've practiced with it many years ago, and I did my best with it. But I always felt like it was something that I had to do for others. And sometimes that would get really hard. And yeah, things got better in my life, but it was still hard. And recently I had this revelation that it's actually something I'm supposed to do for myself. And that was like this huge wake-up call, like, oh, wait, I can do that for my heart. I can say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, to my heart, not to anyone out there who may have hurt my heart or I have been hurt in relationship with them. So it kind of opened the door for me to use this chant in a whole new light, and I have been dreaming and scheming about how to play it on the harmonium. Literally just dreaming and scheming, no practice. So this is our first time doing this song, literally. We practiced a few minutes before the show, and that's it.
Yeah.
So you're going to get to experience a very raw, fresh mantra for us that we've been using on our own individually.
Somewhat.
This is our first time actually putting it to music.
And how do you pronounce that, the term again?
Ho'oponopono.
Ho'oponopono. Yeah, for me, it seems like it could be an effective way of just like crushing negative self-talk.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, I love what you're saying. Apply it to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Or for me to apply it to myself.
Yeah.
And just to, if I'm finding myself getting caught up in negative self-talk, or
exactly.
Yeah, and that could be just even like judging others, not just judging myself, but judging others and blah blah blah. If I can just switch into this Ho'opono. Pono.
Yeah, and
chant.
It's the word itself is kind of like Tao. It means the right path, I think, if I remember right. Ho'o is the way.
Yeah.
And pono is right. And pono means doubly right. So to really just get yourself on the right path. And
yeah, I've heard of a treatment center in Hawaii using this with like hardened criminals.
Oh, okay.
And like just the violence went way down.
Yeah, the first time I did it for myself, I cried like the whole time. And I did it for like 30 minutes. You were at the gym.
Recently.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago maybe. Okay. And I was like, oh, dang. That was powerful. And then I did it again, a few days later, and it wasn't as emotionally invoking. But I do wish for you, because I'm not really going to give any direction when we start, but I do wish for you that you really just breathe and relax with this and take your time with it as we go through each round. And each round we do, just think about something in your body that you wish to heal. Anything. It could be anxiety. It could be a hurt shoulder. It could be anything. Your brain hurts. You have a headache. Whatever. It could be acknowledging the river of anxiety, which is what I have been acknowledging with this prayer, is the river of anxiety. And just really wanting to be free of that and be that being who vibrates really high and can bring up the vibe around me. So that's what I use this for, and I encourage you to experience as we play this. And yeah, I wish for you all to have a beautiful day, and share this with your friends, and we will talk at you next week. So be well and enjoy. DA.
Okay.
I think the bass might need to go up a little
Oh,
bit.
I can do that.
Oh, you okay? Sorry,
Yeah.
I was like not hearing you.
I'll just wait. Ready to go now?
Yep.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Forgive me.
I love you.
Love you.
I thank you.
Love you.
I thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you.
I love you.
I thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Forgive me.
I love you.
I love you.
I thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Please forgive me.
Forgive me.
I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you.
I love you.
I thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Please forgive me.
Forgive me.
I love you.
Love you.
I thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I'm forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Forgive me.
I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. Ho'oponopono. 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 Oh, my goodness. I had to keep my eyes closed so I didn't cry. That was something, y'all. Happy Sunday out there.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to sing Jeremy a little song for his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
In Kundalini Yoga, we would always sing the Long Time Sunshine song for the birthday person so that they remember the simplicities of life, the basics. So I'm just going to share this with you all, but mainly for Jeremy and everybody else's birthday out there. And sing it. Remember this for when your birthday comes too, or when your loved ones come. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And happy day to all y'all out there. May you have a beautiful experience. And if you're in Viroqua, come on over to the drum circle at 4 p.m. We'll be there holding space and sharing some rhythms
Outside the bookstore.
outside the bookstore. Yeah, I'm not very good. I'm like buzzing on the bob. I felt the bob. The bob is the wave of sound, the sacred sound. Totally came and took me away. So
Bob.
I may not make much sense right now. That's why we do the conversation before the kirtan. Although it might be good to do the other way around sometime. But because then I'll be like some high person trying to talk. But that's good too. It's all good. All right. Namaste, Satnam, Aho, Amen. Be well.